Here we are, it is Sunday morning, and today we are going to have a look at, in my opinion, one of the finest moments in the whole of Football Manager, the annual youth intake. Little spoiler though, don't get too excited. Hi guys, my name is Jochen aka Leyodemus and welcome to part 6 of Stuttgart über alles. In this FM21 series I try to transform Stuttgart in Germany from a newly promoted Bundesliga club into a European giant. If you are enjoying the series so far, feel free to show me some support by liking the video and by subscribing to my channel. Turn on those notifications and you won't miss a single thing. Well, we are back a little sooner than I anticipated because it is only March 12th and we already had today the youth intake. Now, since you were last here, which was the game against Fortuna Düsseldorf in the cup, we have done meh. And I mean, maybe meh is not even the right term. I think we've done pretty okay being Stuttgart, a newly promoted club. But after that win in the cup, we have lost in Bayer Leverkusen, which is not a disaster. But then we drew against Hertha, Berlin, let's keep it at that, at home, 0-0, and also the same score, so we are not scoring many goals, as you can see, away against Köln. Then we had an awesome victory, and this was like the best game in quite a while, maybe even in the whole series, apart from the Leipzig victory. But we have beaten Schalke at home 3-2. Let's have a look at these match stats. And I mean, it was a pretty even game. Of course, the score also reflects that. But we came out on top. Thanks to Silan Wamangituka. Yes, sir, he has scored twice. I think he's injured now, but we will get back to that later. After that, we also kicked Mönchengladbach out of the cup, and that means we are in the semi-final that is taking place in May 2nd, again against Bayer Leverkusen. We have lost 2 times, at least I think so, to them. Yep, they butchered us at home 4-1 in the beginning of the season. Like I mentioned, we also lost at their place 1-0, and I mean, we already reached the semi-final. Everything beyond the third round was already a bonus, so I'm not really fearing this game. If we lose, we lose. It's as simple as that. Today, we are playing the Hoffenheim game because I told you I was coming back on the day that the youth intake took place, and that is today. Now, before we tackle the youth intake, let's have a quick look at the league table in the Bundesliga. As you can see, Bayern is starting to run away from everyone else, as you would expect, to be honest. I did expect Dortmund to be higher up and maybe also Leipzig, but hey, who am I? We are, in either way, in 9th position with 32 points. I think we are currently in the region where we will in fact finish this first season at Stuttgart. Because we are 10 points behind Leipzig in 6th position. And we have a decent margin of 6 points, which isn't that much, really, on FC Köln, who are in 11th position. So, if I can make a bold statement, I am guessing we are going to end this season around 9th, 10th place in the league, which would be awesome, because the media predicted us to end 16th or something like that. So, good on us. Now, of course, none of our players are to be found in the player stats lists here. And I just want to point out this guy, Gonzalo Pacienza, if that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, but who cares? He is a Portuguese international. He plays at Schalke. And I mean, look at this. 31 goals out of 27 appearances. He is having quite the season, and I'm not a real follower of the German football in real life, so I didn't really know him. But I mean, damn, this is quite the player. Oh, there you go. He is a FC Porto youth product, so that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? And now for the grand moment in this episode, let's have a look at our youth candidates, shall we? Bam. And immediately, the one thing stands out is that we have one very decent prospect, as we saw in the preview that we have gotten for the youth intake, in Marvin Reinhardt. He is 16 years of age, he's quite tall, he's a central defender who can play as a ball-playing defender, tick. He has we just saw it, but let me look him up here. There we go. 1.5 star current ability, a possible 5-star potential ability, which is insane. And if we have a look at his stats, he is pretty darn good, man. 16 years, as I mentioned, already has a jumping reach of 15, positioning 15, composure 16, and for a defender, passing 14 and technique 13 are incredibly high, to be honest. So there is some work to do in the heading department mainly, marking and tackling. But he's 16, so I am expecting a lot of this guy. He sure looks 16, doesn't he? I'm expecting a lot from our good friend Marvin. Apart from him, I'm not sure. I think these two are not bad either. Let's have a look at them. Sebastian Elgato. Whoa, there's a German guy for you, no pun intended. We have this guy at the MR position, which I'm not using, but he can, he's actually a natural striker. He's a poacher, 6 feet tall, determination 18, work rate 16. Wow. So I would maybe expect his potential to be higher than 3.5 possible stars. But hey, don't mind if I sign this guy to a big boy contract and let him ripe in my under 19 squad. The second guy, Hassan Tagavi, I think. Also German guy, 17 years old. He is also a striker, mainly as a pressing forward, but he can pretty much play all positions equally as good. And not really a standout stat for this guy. He has a 0.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability, but it's the same story as the previous one. I am going to sign him on a big boy contract and let him ripe, maybe loan him out, who knows, because he won't be joining the first team squad in a while, that is obvious. Apart from those three, I don't think we have anything really worth mentioning. Maybe the weight on this guy. Wow, and he's not the shortest, but he is the lightest, that is for sure. Wow. They have possible 3-star potential. I'm going to have a look if I will sign them. I'm not sure. But without any doubt, these 3 boys will get a contract. And now for the one game in this episode at home against Hoffenheim. They are in 12th position. So we should be able to at least draw or actually to beat them. They have 25 points, so it is... I'm not saying it's a crucial victory, should we get one, but it is a very welcome 3 points, man. I mean, if we win this, we probably expand the gap between us and Köln, maybe even between us and Hertha Berlin. I'm not sure. Either way, let's pray to Aisha that we win. Tactical meeting, please. We are now at cautious. Should we? I'm gonna stay at cautious, man. I mean, I want to score more goals, to be honest. And that you don't do by playing all the time having your tactics set to defensive or even very defensive. So let's go with cautious for this one. Opposition instructions, ease off tackles, no sir. And get stuck in? I'm not sure. We'll keep it at this. Team selection. Now we have a couple of injuries at this point. Clinton Mola, he is out for another 5 days, and the most important one, the guy who scored the screamer goal in the last episode, Pascal Stenzel, he is out for another 6 to 9 weeks, so pretty much I think his season is over. Luckily for us, Massimo is back on the right wing-back position, so at least we have that covered. Now, apart from Massimo, I think this is the squad. Let me put this new guy in instead of our keeper. Should you not have noticed, I never take a spare keeper with me on my bench because literally I think in the last 3 or 4 editions of Football Manager, I have never ever had to use a backup keeper or a substitute keeper, let me call it that. So that is why I thought, and I know I have 9 subs in Germany, but I mean every non-keeper player is fine with me to have on the bench instead. So, the squad to face Hoffenheim. Kobel in goal, Kempf, Endo and Anton as our back 3, Sosa on the left wing back, Massimo as I mentioned on the right wing back, our midfield triangle of Wilshere, Mongala and Didavi, and Gonzalez and Austrian giant Kalacic as our striker duo. Let's see, we have some concerns, but we always have that, and mostly those are or new players like the Loni Bradaric coming in, or players who haven't played that much, which I guess that it's normal that they're not that familiar with the formation. But most of the players are actually pleased, so that is good. As you probably could tell by my by the players that I've put in, Wamangituka is also injured, as I mentioned. It's not that serious, but he can play this game. Go to match. Let's look at the Hoffenheim squad. If there is anyone who is standing out for me, I don't really think so. Yeah, literally, there's no one that I really say like, oh damn, is he in there? So let's go to our dressing room. Let's pump our fists. And let's say, go out there and impress me. Okay, some motivation. I'll take that. Tunnel interview. It's not the best weather for football out there today. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? Come on, man. We are in Germany. We know we're not like in whatever tropical country. So let's say we're going to try to play our normal game, and I'm confident we can do that. Your team selection has offered little by way of surprise today. Well, Mike, it's not that I have 50 first team players ready to go, so not sure what you mean. It would make us slight favorites, and we have prepared well, but we have to make sure we start well. Alrighty, here we are. The Mercedes-Benz Arena is ready for hopefully some rock and roll. 10 minutes in and not that much has happened, nothing really, so I am going, what should I shout? Maybe fire up? Not sure what that'll do, but that brings us to the first highlight. Sosa with the throw-in, ball falls to Jack Wilshere, to Mongala. Sosa is going for the overlap, yes sir, good ball, come on Sosa. Gets it back to Wilshere, but gets another shot at a cross maybe. Ooh, Austrian giant, man, if you have to do a header duel against that man, you are in for quite a rough evening. And a very uneventful match, because this is only the second highlight and we are in minute 40. But Massimo now hopefully with some action. Come on, yes sir, good action. Ooh, lays it back, but that's a bad pass, gets headed away. Mongala takes his time, although he is being chased by a Hoffenheim player. Jack Wilshere, Didavi, ooh, awesome ball, although that might be offside. It's not offside. Sasa Kalajic, the Austrian giant, second goal of the season. Awesome stuff. We are 1-0 up after 40 minutes. Let's have a look at the replay. Mongala kind of hesitated there, but it doesn't matter as long as he does this. And Didavi with an awesome ball. This is one of those things, the type of pass you just saw. I have never seen that in FM20, so thank you Sports Interactive. And with that, we have reached half time. XG match story, quite obvious. This is where we scored, so bam, we went up. Dressing room. Let's say pump fists. I'm not gonna like, this will probably not really motivate them, so I'm just going for the neutral approach. Of course, everyone stayed composed and calm. I don't mind. Immediate first highlight in the second half. Anton with the free kick. And I could go to defensive now, but let's wait out this highlight. Kalacic now with the ball. Wowie, awesome pass to Sosa, Gonzalez. 15 goal of the season. Yes, sirree, Bob. Nicolas Gonzalez, he scored once, I think, in the cup game against Mönchengladbach. So this isn't his first goal since his injury. But still, he is trying to get his actual mojo back, and I am under the impression that this is an important step. Come on, we are 2-0 up. Let's pause game for a minute. I am going to go to defensive. I know, boo-hoo, but hey, I'll take a 2-0 win, a 2-1 win even, any day at this point. Let's also give them the first praise, and let's continue. Highlight for Hoffenheim now, a corner with Baumgartner, and come on, man, we have such tall guys at the back, not only at the back, also at the front. But this is not the first goal we concede following a corner. So, Kobel was close, but not close enough. I'm going to keep it at defensive for now. It is a pretty even game, and to be honest, we are probably pretty equally good teams. So, they are pushing though. Let's pause game and let's do our first substitution also. I am going to take... Yeah, who am I taking off, man? Let's say... Who is having the worst game? That is Endo. Yeah, let's get... Should I get Botchtuber on? That's been a while. I mean, let him do something for his high wage, right? Confirm sub. I'm going to praise them again. And we have 10 minutes left. Whoops, let's go to our tactics. Pause game. Wow, Wilshire is starting to die on us. So let's get Castro. Oh, what did I do? No. Undo, please. Wilshire off for Castro. And let's also get... Who do I really not want to get injured is Massimo. So I am going to take him off because he is back from injury, but not for long. So I'm going to get Tommy on the right wing back. Confirm subs. Come on, Stuttgart. We have a couple of minutes left plus extra time. Oh God. Oh God. Highlight. Gets headed away. Good boy, Kempf. Come on, man. Chase him and please steal the ball and start a counterattack. Come on. Oh. Oh, what's happening? A foul? Yeah. Oh, offside? Was that offside? I'm not complaining. Oh, thank you, God. Let's quickly get a praise out there. We have 4 minutes of extra time. And we have done it, I think. Yes, sir. We have beaten Hoffenheim 2-1. I can't say we were the more dominant team. Because possession, 60% against 40% for us. XG score. Shots on target, they have triple the amount of that. But that simply means we were more efficient, which is exactly what at this point I am going for. So let's say outstretched arms rather. Well done, lads. That was a good win. Post-game interview, despite only, there we go, here he is, our good friend Pierre Martin. Despite only having 40% possession, you've still managed to win. I know, right, Pierre? Wow. I know we have the players who can make a difference in that way, and this was the sort of game for them to do that in. Here we go. Next question from Pierre. Well, despite being comprehensively outpossessed, you've managed to avoid defeat. Is that like the exact same question, just rephrased? I'm pleased with how hard we made it for Hoffenheim to take advantage of their superiority. Yes, sir. Let's have a look at the fans' reaction. Good result, obviously, but I wasn't that impressed with the performance. Duha, I kind of agree, but on the other hand, who cares? Continue. So guys, let's have a look at the schedule because we will be back for the Dortmund game without any doubt. Because we haven't played them yet on camera. That's basically why. And because Erling Haaland, a player you might know of, is in that team. And I am just really curious to see how our defense can handle that man. So we will be back for the Dortmund game after that, depending on how things go. But I guess we will come back for the semi-final in the cup. And who knows, maybe then even the final after that. Fingers crossed. So guys, that was it for this episode. I'm really glad we had another win, and as I mentioned before, I am under the impression that it actually helps to play certain games on camera with you guys. So thanks for being here and thanks for helping me to win games, right? If you've enjoyed the episode, please leave me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to my channel. Whack on that notification button so we can keep doing this adventure together. I thank you so much for watching and I really hope to see you very soon.